Big D, you can totally vouch for me on this. I love the series, but the second season is just, it's killing me right now. It's killing me. So, it's nice to see some of the, characters that I know, his generals, their interactions. Great to see that. It's like seeing old friends. You're like, hey, that dude. Hey, there's that guy. That was pretty much the first episode, basically, in a nutshell, right there. It's just like,
Yup.
this is what this guy's been doing. This is what this guy's been doing. This is what this guy's been doing. You're like, oh, hey, yeah, I remember you. Oh, hey, how's it going? And after that, it just becomes all about Lizardmen. And I'm sad to say I'm kind of getting bored with it. So, anyways.
Alright. The next show we're going to be talking about is Overlord Season 2.
Kind of on the fence, honestly.
What? I've only seen the first episode, so...
Like, I get where it's coming from. Like, in the first season, we just kind of got thrown into this world, and we just kind of had to accept a lot of things and just go along with a lot of things. And this season, so far at least, I think I'm only like 3 episodes in, they are trying to give you a little more backstory about the world.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, okay, we want to explain some things as to why this is happening, why that is happening, who these people are, how they, because you know who the main character is, this guy, you just don't know everybody else. Mm-hmm. A lot of people in this world that are moving around, you have no clue about whatsoever.
Yeah. And
you need to know. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, cool. But when you compare it to the first season,
yeah,
it just seems so slow. You're like, we were like running, it's like the difference between driving a Lamborghini and driving a Prius. We're still getting there. It's gonna take longer, but we're still getting there, I'm just like, come on, guys. I wanted to... So, like, and the 3 episodes I've seen, it seems like their primary focus is the Lizardmen. It's like 2 or 3 episodes of nothing but that. Because I remember in the final episode of the first season, he mentions the fact that he wants to bolster his army. And we all know if a necromancer wants to bolster his army, it means only one thing. People are going to die. And they're going to get resurrected as undead. Because that's what necromancers do. So I see where that comes into play. But we're taking a really long time at this one part. Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious if there's going to be a payoff at the end of this, or if we're just going to be like, well, he killed them all, and now he resurrected them. Okay, end of story. It's just, I'm just like, unless there is a purpose behind the fact that we're taking so long. We're learning about one of the Lizardmen tribe. We're learning about their ecology and how they run, and we're seeing that one of them's now getting a relationship with another lizard person from another clan and whatnot, and now they're joining all the clans together to fight against evil, which is essentially the Overlord. And I do like the fact that now we're kind of like getting into that thought process of he's really not a nice guy. He's really not a nice guy. But come on, he's a necromancer, essentially. He raises dead, and he shows no remorse in killing people and things. So, obviously, he's not the greatest of guys. He's definitely what you would call an anti-hero, if that. But again, yeah, it's like, I wanted to see more. I wanted to just, I as much as I enjoy knowing more about the world that he is in and how this all relates, the fact that they're taking so long on this one part is just killing me. And I'm just like, come on. There are other factors at work. Why are we focused on Lizardmen, of all things? If it was like one episode, one and done, I'd have been fine with that. But now we're literally going on like 3 episodes of just nothing but this. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, come on. This is starting to bore me now. I mean, it's not nearly as fast-paced or entertaining as the first season was. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm on the fence. I'm hoping there's going to be a payoff at the end of this, but it's taking a while, and I don't know if there is. So, yeah, I love the series. I love this. Big D, you can totally vouch for me on this. I love the series, but the second season is just it's killing me right now. It's killing me. So, You know, it's nice to see some of the, characters that I know, his generals, their interactions. Great to see that. And, it's like seeing old friends. You're like, hey, that dude. Hey, there's that guy. That was pretty much the first episode, basically, in a nutshell, right there. Which is like,
Yup.
this is what this guy's been doing. This is what this guy's been doing. This is what this guy's been doing. You're like, oh, hey, yeah, I remember you. Oh, hey, how's it going? And after that, it just becomes all about the Lizardmen, and I'm just sad to say I'm kind of getting bored with it. So, anyways, that's my thought on it so far.
Okay. So yeah, I've only seen the first episode, so I was definitely in the whole, hey, I remember him, I remember her.
They introduced some cool new characters though in the first episode. I will say that too.
Yeah.
Ones that I think that's what really pissed me off the most. That we ventured over to these Lizardmen, but in the first episode they showed some really cool and really potentially powerful people that I'm like, oh, I want to see him or her in the Overlord fight. That'd be freaking awesome. And then we've dropped that completely, and we haven't gone back to it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So it's like Overlord 2, the lizarding.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I could tell on Crunchyroll. It's like I saw the first screenshot. I think it was a lizard, and then the second one was a lizard, and the third one was a lizard, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But one thing for me, I kind of want to watch the first series again to kind of like refresh my memory. But then I feel like it's like awesome, lizards.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, do we know how many episodes this is supposed to be?
I want to say it's 12, but
so I mean, if it's 12, that means we spent the first episode doing a recap, and then the next 3 episodes dealing with Lizardmen so far. Not to say we won't even do more than that afterwards. Yeah. So literally a third of this series is already done, and all we're doing is dealing with Lizardmen. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that one bit. Not one bit. So.
Hopefully next episode is no more lizards. Do you feel like the whole lizard saga is over? Or they're just like mid sentence.
Well, like they took one episode to let you know what the problem was, that he was attacking the Lizardmen, and that he was building up kind of an army of undead to do that. Then they spend the next 2 episodes, well, I guess 1.5 episodes of the Lizardmen on their side, and gathering up an army, or gathering all the clans of Lizardmen together to fight against him. And then the last half of the last episode was a prelude of the battle. Like, okay, now we're attacking. Let's see how this goes. And undead started dying. Lizardmen prevailed. So Lizardmen prevailed.
Oh.
But I don't feel like he put forth like a really big effort.
Yeah.
Because he had the bug general in charge of the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like he kind of was making sure he would fail. Kind of, it seemed. Because he forbid him to be able to go into battle. And so I don't quite know his reasoning behind it, but at the same time, if the Lizardmen are still there, we're going to deal with more Lizardmen probably the next episode too. At least one more episode, if not 2. So, not thrilled.
Well, yeah, that's sad to hear.
I want him to do more with like the Slain Theocracy, or dealing with some of the other factions that are involved in this and whatnot. Because the Slain Theocracy was the only one who was able to actually mind control, or at least partially mind control, the vampire general.
Yeah, they were talking about that in the first episode.
But after that, we've not dealt with any of that. We haven't even dealt with like what Ainz is doing.
Yeah.
Like really, we saw him visit his home base for like a quarter of an episode. He gave some orders, told people to go do things, and then he left. And that's it. After that, it's just been nothing but Lizardmen. So I'm disappointed. I'm like, there's so many other things I want to know about, and I want to see done that don't involve Lizardmen.
I know you were like super excited. You're like, can't wait. And the first episode ended, you're like, oh, I'm so happy.
Then after that, yeah, because they introduced so many cool characters, and I'm like, that's a cool person, you know. I think it was the Slain Theocracy, the girl and the guy who apparently were really powerful meeting, and she's talking about how there's nobody who can stand up to her or whatever, and you know, she's kind of getting bored because you know, and I'm like, oh, I want to see that fight. I want to see what happens there because you know there's going to be a conflict there. It's going to happen. Yeah. And then they're like, well, we're glad you enjoyed that. Now here's some Lizardmen. No! It's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted.
Man. All right, well, we will check back in on the Lizardmen in 2 episodes.
Certain things you just don't ever think to hear together.
Yeah.
And Jedi Power Bath Lady is just not one of those things you'd ever. Oh my! Oh my! I don't even. So basically, this